Drivers, start your engines!
There is a chasm between good and great. Good can be great once in a while. Great never takes a race off.
Ready, guys? Let's have to work for this one for sure. We've never been afraid of a little bit of work.
Good dreams about drinking champagne. Great drinks it like it was coffee. Good holds great in high esteem.
Oh, Superman!
Great sees the competition as traffic.
Keep that heat on him. He can't handle it.
Good gives their best.
We fought all day. That's what counts, man. Just keep on fighting.
Great gives their all. Every race, every lap, every turn. Great lives in a world of iron-fisted belief.
We know what we gotta do. Dig deep.
Great's focus is narrow. All doubt, opinion, fear is baggage.
Go out there and do what we do best. Outrace these guys.
Look, there's no shame in being good. In fact, a lot of people never even get that far, but good, it's not great.
We are live here for the 4-200 championship weekend for the CFR championship. Just about to get underway here in a few minutes. This is a little bit longer pre-show to get everybody caught up to date. Not a ton of drivers in here yet. Hopefully we can have more. Only 11 drivers right now, but that don't matter. 4 of them are going for the championship. All of them are here. Tyler Cox, Joe Burchett, Mike Bruno, Kyle Charpentier, your top 4 going for this championship. Little bit different circumstances tonight. Throughout the season, the drivers have faced kind of easy condition driving style anyway. Setups have been fairly good. Tonight, way different story. The setup extremely tight straight off the bat and only going to get tighter. These guys are going to have to face a lot of stuff. What I want to do, I want to bring in multiple drivers here for their interviews. I want to start out with our championship drivers. There is multiple ones that will be getting interviews here tonight. Tyler Cox, Kyle Charpentier, Joe Burchett, all in TeamSpeak, so we'll go ahead and interview them. I will start with our most winningest driver so far, who is not out on the track, Tyler Cox. I'll bring him in now. Tyler, got a copy?
Yeah, I do. What's up, man?
Man, it's championship night after we started this back in December. On December 11th, it's been 6 months. I didn't realize it was actually that
Jesus.
long. You've came in so far 8 wins on the season so far. Looking for that big winning out so far. Fast in practice. Do you think you can get it done?
Yeah, I mean, I put in a lot of work this week towards this track, really strong on a long run. I figured out something I don't think any of the guys have figured out in the session, so I figured out something that'll work, and I only lose not even a second on the longer run, and I see some of these guys, losing over a second, so I think I have a pretty good shot here tonight of picking up the championship for the Trojan Condoms Ford Mustang.
This setup's going to be extremely different from what we ran in the past. One of the most tightest setups that we've ever ran. How do you feel about running a tight race car?
I actually enjoy running a tight race car more. It allows for more throttle control, and that's like the type of driving style I like to have. I like to be able to work the throttle and to get the car to rotate. I know a lot of these guys in here are struggling with that on the longer run, so I think that's going to play more into my advantage and just give me that extra boost. So hopefully I can pick up the victory here tonight and secure the championship.
12 top fives, 8 wins. Looking for number 9 tonight, man. We're going to be watching you throughout the night. Go out there and see what you can do and see if you can pick up that championship. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Tyler Cox, driver of the number 18 car, season 1 champion. Next up, we're going to bring in Joe Burchett. As long as he's not on track just yet, looks like he is. We'll wait to bring him in here in just a moment. Like I said, weather a little bit different here. A little bit cooler track tip. 68 degrees. However, the track tip is up there. Take a look here. Track temp up. It says 93. I don't think that's quite right. I believe it is a little under 80 degrees. So, also, I want to make sure I give everybody a shout out to our sponsors. I want to shout out our sponsors so much. You all have helped so much more than what you ever know during the season. Living Aquarium for stepping up on board, being our entitlement sponsor. You guys rock. Awesome job for Jesse to help out as well with that. So we'll be talking to Jesse as well after the race, or if something happens, unfortunately he gets wrecked out, we'll see. Also, swampdust.com. Them guys have been here and have pitched in and gave prizes to the winner a couple of times. So, it all helps in the end. So we'll bring in Joe Burchett now and talk to him. Hey, Joe, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Big night for you here tonight,
yeah.
man. You was in the same situation last year. You, Mike Bruno, both in the same situation as what you was last year. Do you think you have what it takes to pull it off tonight and get the win?
Yeah. I mean, coming in here with a little bit of confidence, ran a different league race last night, ran against a pretty good driver. Felt like I could hold my own, so I'm going to bring the fight to Tyler.
Setup's a little bit different. That's been the talk right now and the session itself. A tight setup, we know that already coming in. You favor them like their tight setups? Do you expect the car to get tighter on the long runs? How do you expect the long run to go?
I'm not the best with a tight setup, but I can adjust. I think everybody's going to kind of get to where the car's not going to be to their liking as the run goes on. I know Tyler seems like he's got pretty decent long run pace, but seeing how we ran last season, he wasn't as competitive. It seems like he's pretty quick here on the short run over everybody else, but the long run's going to be the difference maker.
This is going to be the race that makes or break a lot of guys because of that setup, man. We're going to be watching on you in that Swamp Dust car. Go out there and give it your best shot and see if you can walk away with the win.
All right, thank you.
Good job, buddy. That was Joe Burchett, driver of the Wolfpack Motorsports, number 97. All right, next up, we'll bring in Kyle Charpentier. Let's go ahead and bring in Jesse Gaby first. I know Jesse was wanting to say a few words, but while Kyle's out in practice, we'll go ahead and get Jesse Gaby, who is not in the chase, I want to add. He did make the chase. However, he's not in the Final Four. Hey, Jesse, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go
All
ahead.
right. I know you wanted to come in here and say a couple words after the race as well, but I thought, why not go ahead and do it now as well? What all was you wanting to talk about, with everything?
Yeah, on behalf of Living Aquarium, I'd like to thank all the drivers and CFR TV and everybody for just putting on a great season. Guys did a heck of a job up in the broadcast booth, as always, and the races have been pretty good all year. We're pretty pleased with it. So on behalf of Living Aquarium, to all the other series sponsors, Swamp Dust, all the race sponsors, thank you very much. Been put on without everyone who helped out, and again, thank you to the drivers for an excellent season. At Center Force TV for the great broadcast.
Man, it was an honor to have you all on board. I know that if anybody's out there is looking to get into saltwater fishing tanks and stuff like that, it's pretty awesome. Go check out livingaquarium.net. You'll see their commercial and stuff during the broadcast as well. So be sure to check that out, as well as their website and stuff like that. So Jesse, going to be rolling off so far. You're seeing third in practice. You think you got what it takes to get the win, even though you're not in the championship?
No, we'll find out. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about racing tonight. I know there's a lot of guys with a lot on the line, so.
Well, you're super fast right now, man, so let's see what you can do. Good luck.
Thanks.
That was Jesse Gaby, driver of that number 78 car. Next up, we'll bring in Kyle Charpentier, who is out on track, I think, but we'll find out. Hey, Kyle, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, you come in here, multiple race winner as well. You have the second most wins out of everybody in the season, right behind teammate Tyler Cox. Think you got what it takes to win this championship?
Well, we'll wait and see because practice and race are different. This practice so far has not been the best for me, so let's see what the race ends up being like.
Yeah, the practice session, I actually didn't even mention nobody when we came in, was set to 0%. The race session was set to what we practiced in the other night, so it should be a little bit interesting and a different type of racetrack once the race session rolls off. So right now you're sitting 6th on the board. Tight race car, how do you handle them? Are you a fan of tight race cars? Would you rather have it loose?
I am a huge fan of loose race cars, and I struggle big time on tight race cars. So.
Really? Well, this is one of them tracks I feel like you're good at, so I'm going to be anxious to watch you and see if you can pick up the win tonight, man. Hopefully you'll be able to pick up your first championship, and we'll be watching.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, man. That was Kyle Charpentier, driver of the number 003 car. So like I said, a bunch of different stuff happening here tonight, guys. Meanwhile, we're going to take a quick break. Be right back after a couple quick commercials and get this championship race started.
And the other three will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Pedro Nelson will not jump.
When I sat in the car, you always wonder what's it going to feel like. It was my first time driving a mid-engine GT car. My thoughts were, wow, this is really good for our first time in a car. I was really surprised by it. You're sitting low, you got the A-pillars at steep angles, the windshield's at steep angles, you can see the fender flares. I think we have a chance to win. Everything's got to go right, but I think we have a car that can win the race or be on the podium. But can you imagine how cool that would be to go back 50 years later to the year and do it? And the other three will get a little bit
bit of a jump at the start. Benjamin Nelson.
Back here for the qualifying now for this championship race. About to get underway. Open qualifying 10 minutes. Who will be on the pole here for this very important race for these guys? We're about to find out as we wait. We did switch to open qualifying. It is no longer a single car, if everybody don't know. We stopped at about 4 races ago just so everybody can get through qualifying a little bit faster and not take up too much of the race and broadcast-wise as well. We're going to tune over and look at Mike Bruno rolling out. We did not get to interview with him. He was not in team speed, but keep your eye on him. He was last year's season champion. Picked up the win without even getting a win until the final race of the season, as it was 2 of the championship drivers crashed in front of him, and he made it through and got the win last year. Tyler Cox also out on track now as Mike resets to go back to the pits to get a little bit cleaner car. Super tight car, like I said. See what Tyler is doing here, a little bit different than everybody else. Entering in the middle of the groove. That's a little bit different what we're seeing a lot of guys. Pushes it up out of turn number 2. He works down the backstretch here in Miami. Into turn 3, he rides high, goes back down to about the same groove, drops a little bit lower in 3 and 4. Up off turn 4, gets really close to the wall and crosses the start finish line. He will be your pole sitter for now, as he put down a 31.539. Look for that to improve just a little bit. Jesse Gavey currently second with a 31.608. Michael Trevarthian also here tonight, and that is number 2 car. Keep your eye on Michael. He's one of them guys that may pull like a Mike Bruno did last year, even though he's not going for a championship. May be able to pick up the win. Like I said, Mike Bruno out on track. He is about to put down his first lap, I believe. Coming to the start-finish line. The driver of that 99 car puts down a 31.815, currently 4th right now. Joe Burchett not out on track yet. Yes, he looks like he may have got the wall a little bit off the turn, or did not like how he entered that turn, so he's going to reset. Go back as there's plenty of time. Curtis Martin, the driver of that 06, also making a start here tonight. Also, there's another driver in here I'm going to go to here in just a few moments once we see what Curtis can do here. Currently 6th on the board. Coming up off turn 3 and 4. He's pushing a little wide there, but looks like he's going to be able to keep it clean. Last lap, a 31.993. This lap, not much worse, a 31.996. But here's the driver I was going to talk about, Elliott Butler. Someone that may have something to say about who gets the win here tonight as well in that 6 car. Coming across the start-finish line. Puts down a 31.793. Currently puts him in 4th place. Joe Burchett still coming on his first lap now in that number 97 Swamp Dust Toyota. Right now, Tyler Cox, Jesse Gavey, your first 2. Kyle Charpentier, another chase contender, currently in P3. Joe Burchett back into the wall. He'll have to reset that car again and go back out, trying to push it for everything he can get it for. As we hop back a little bit further, Joshua Banks, who was the maker of this setup, rolls out of pit road in at number 36 Macro Tool Chevrolet. We'll see what he can do here in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, Kyle Charpentier puts down a little bit better lap, still keeps him in 3rd place at the moment. Mike Bruno rolling back out as well. Derek Pemberton out on track. He's actually working the high line, which is a little interesting. Actually, haven't seen many people do that, but he may have found something up there. Currently 8th right now. Joshua Banks on his green flag lap. Let's see what Joe's at as well. Here comes Joe. I believe this is actually his first lap he's going to be able to put down. And I take that back. That will not count yet. So he's just now starting his green flag lap. It's about 5 minutes left to go in this session. You see Tyler rolling off. Not picking up much time at 18 right now. Joshua Banks to 2nd place with a 31.544. Meanwhile, Joe Burchett getting on the brakes a little bit. He's really having trouble with 3 and 4, pushing really far up and always getting into the wall in that same spot. Really struggling in 3 and 4, something we're not accustomed to seeing him do. He is the only driver right now not putting down a lap currently. Elliott Butler. Here he comes, putting on his first lap again after was 5th. Will he pick up? Yes, he does pick up. However, does not gain any spots. 31.736 right now. Mainly watching Joe right now as he has not put down a lap as we got 4 minutes left to go. He's really struggling in turns 3 and 4. It looks like Tyler Cox actually spun. No, I take that back. That was not Tyler. That was Curtis Martin. Joe Burchett now going into 1 and 2. See if we can hop on board here and ride with him. Let's see if we can hear what he's doing. Coming through turns 3 and 4, Joe's actually looking pretty good here as he rides the bottom now in 3 and 4. Not pushing up as much as what he did last time, so this lap will count for the 97. Across the start-finish line, Joe puts down a solid okay lap, a 31.751, puts him 6th right now. Going to look for a little bit more as Tyler Cox actually did improve a little bit on that last lap, a 31.47 for him. See what Joshua can do here. He may have found something here late in this run as he works up off turn 4. To the line, Joshua Banks, 31.539, so that actually does improve his lap. Not quite the first, but very close to Tyler. Just 68/100ths of a second off right now. Elliott Butler on his green flag lap. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Got about 3 minutes left here in qualifying for the last race of the season. Here comes that number 6 up off turn 4. Gets a good run. See if he can improve on that 7.36. And he does. Jumps up to 3rd with a 31.542. Joe Burchett once again on a green flag run here in the 97. Not a ton of drivers in here tonight. Only 11 drivers, which is our lowest car count of the season. A lot of guys don't want to get mixed up with the championship guys. And Joe Burchett picks up a little bit, moves him up 2 more spots to 5th. Right now your championship contenders, Tyler Cox, Mike Bruno, Joe Burchett, and Kyle Charpentier. Kyle and Mike both in 7th and 8th. Mike actually going back out for another run. Definitely a lot slower than what he put in practice. We'll wait and see if he can get another lap. I'm not actually singing the national anthem, Tyler. I was joking about all that. And it looks like the 04 got in 99's way a little bit as John Kelly, who was on his lap. And 99 had a big run, so he's going to reset. Got about a minute left. I'll sing the national anthem. Say, can you see? Yeah, it's not weird at all. John Kelly right now riding in 11th position. Coming through turns 3 and 4. We'll see what his first lap here is, or his second lap, should I say. Will he improve? No. Way off the pace there for the driver of the 04. Waiting to see if Mike Bruno can move up here a little bit. A lot of guys having trouble with this tight setup. If I'm not mistaken, during the session, this setup actually got a lot easier to drive during the long runs towards the end of practice on Friday. So, we'll see. They're just going to have to make it. As Mike actually gets into the wall, he's going to have to hurry up and reset, or he will not be able to complete his next lap. He slides to a stop right now. Back in 8th place is the driver of the 99. Jesse Gavey back out on a green flag run. Going down into turns number 3 and 4. See if he can improve here. He was 2nd in practice. And he will not improve on that lap with a 7.62. Joe Burchett starting his run as well. I think it's actually his run. Yeah, this is his run, so he will get time to finish this lap. Possibly Mike Bruno. Looks like he may have time to finish this lap, depending if iRacing decides to let him. We'll wait and see. This is his final attempt at it, nonetheless. Yes, he will get time to finish this lap. As qualifying ticks down, Joe Burchett coming out of turn 4. Can he pick up anything here on his final run? And he does not pick up. He actually loses a tenth there. So Joe going to be starting in 5th unless Mike Bruno jumps up and takes that spot away. Here Mike comes out of 4. Puts down his lap. He does not pick up. Wow. Very surprising for the driver of the 99 car. Derek Pemberton rolling off. Not going to be able to finish his lap. So that looks like it will be the end of qualifying. So we'll get a look here at the grid. Not going to interview our pole sitter or anything like that tonight just because it's championship weekend and we already interviewed Tyler anyway. So we'll see who starts. And sorry about the Camping World Truck Series. That was for up Thursday. I just forgot to change it for tonight. Tyler Cox starts on a pole alongside Joshua Banks, who gets a good start here tonight. Keep your eye on at 36. Like I said, he built the setup and may be in a little bit of favor from doing that. So we'll find out. Row number 2, Elliott Butler, Jesse Gavey. Row number 3, we got Joe Burchett and Michael Trevarthian. In row number 4, we got chase contenders Kyle Sharpentier and Mike Bruno starting side by side. And remember, they actually had a run in a few weeks ago, so we'll see if they can improve that and who gets the win between them two. Curtis Martin, Derek Pemberton will roll off in 9th and 10th, and John Kelly will roll off 11th. Like I said, this is our smallest field we had on the season. So very surprised by that, and a lot of guys did not want to participate on this because they didn't want to get involved with the championship drivers that are running for the championship. So the gridding has begun, and it looks like we're waiting on about 2 more cars to grid. It looks like whoever's starting beside Trevarthian has not gridded yet. It was Joe Burchett, and it looks like Mike Bruno has not gridded yet, so he should be gridding here as well. These guys are racing for a custom-made die-cast as well as some cash money, so we'll see who gets that here tonight. Should be fun. Just want to bring this up. Our Friday night random races for the CFR Championship have been moved to Sunday starting next week. We're actually going to be running the Fords and the Ferrari, both at Talladega. That's just a random thing that we do for fun. And then we'll start putting our recruitment races and stuff like that together here soon for Season 4. Got a broadcast Tuesday for Oval. That would be my final broadcast for them. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, of course, Go Fast Racing League from Iowa, I believe. Should be a great race. So here we go. Pace cars rolling. Tyler Cox, Joshua Banks on that front row. Who gets the win here tonight, guys? Who will walk out of here tonight's champion? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction. I do not think a championship driver will win the race. I think Joshua Banks will win the race. And then the championship, I just don't know. That's going to be a tough call. It's hard to bet against Tyler right now with 8 wins on the season, but we're about to find out as we wait for the pace car to drop in here on pit road. 110 laps scheduled for tonight, so not a very long race, but long enough to make these guys work. Pace car about to drop in, and it is in, and we are green flag here for the final championship race at Homestead. 110 laps. Tyler Cox being pushed by that 6 Elliott Butler to the inside. Looks like Elliott will have that preferred line as he takes away second spot away from Joshua Banks. Got to be careful not to push up. These guys coming on the first lap. Going to try to keep it clean. One fast repair. As Jesse Gavey already scrapes the wall. Going to be okay. Did not get damaged. But he's going to lose that spot to Kyle Charpentier, who slides in front of him. That is two teammates right there working together in the 003 and the 78. Joe Burchett now looking to move up. He works on the back of Elliott Butler a little bit further back. Jesse Gavey's going to go around, and that is not good. And we already have our first caution of the night. And it looks like Mike Bruno barely makes it through that. Take a look on board. Actually, Mike Bruno may have helped. We'll find out. Mike Bruno collects the 78, spins him around into the wall. It don't look like Jesse's got a ton of damage. The 04 also there. And it looks like Derek Pemberton had nowhere to go as well. And take a look here at her. And Mike Bruno with a ton of damage on the front of that car early on in this race. That is not good. He's going to have to use that fast repair and get back out there. We'll just have to wait and see as we work caution number 1 here tonight. These guys must enter on the apron, the access road into turn 3. Actually surprised not to see drivers coming down. Mike Bruno, Curtis Martin, Jesse Gavey, Derek Pemberton all come down. We'll see if they decide to take their fast repair or not. John Kelly also making a stop as well. And it looks like the 99 not going to take his fast repair just yet, which is kind of interesting. It might not be too much damage on the front of his car. It looked like it's a little bit beat up, but so far not taking his fast repair. Curtis Martin's down and away. So Mike Bruno going to sit here. Not taking his fast repair just yet. Wants to save that. Looks like Derek Pemberton doing the same. Mike may be thinking that there's going to be more cautions. And to be honest, I don't really know. These guys for the last 6 weeks, most cautions we had is 4, I believe, in 6 weeks. So very clean the last few weeks, even when we had a car filled with 19 drivers. So not super surprised to see Mike doing that and saving that fast repair in his back pocket. Probably a smart move right now. Still sitting on pit road as he is now down and away. And he will beat the pace car out as well as the one of Derek Pemberton. So the pace lights are still on. Joe Burchett, or Tyler Cox up in first. Elliott Butler, during that run, wow, Tyler had a great lap. I wouldn't say it was a really long run, though. I think we only went 2 laps, or a lap and a half, I guess. So we'll see if that improves a little bit. Tyler started up in first with that I rating well over 3,000 now. A 2.25 driver. Actually does not have the highest I rating in here. Mike Bruno actually right there. Him and Elliott Butler have the 2 highest I ratings. Elliott with the 33.95 and Mike with the 34.97. So his I rating's really well up there. Not much of a surprise there though, as Mike is a great driver. So well deserved if he does hang on to win this championship. He actually did come back down pit road. And did he beat the pace car out though? Yeah, he did. See how that front end looks now. Still a little bit of damage. He's still got that fast repair, so he's not decided to use it just yet. as he will just hang on to that to see what happens here. Last season, this race it had quite a few wrecks in it. I think last season we had 7 wrecks in this race. I don't think we're going to have that many because we don't have that big of a field. But you just never know. As Mike Bruno was able to get into the back of Jesse Gavey. Let's check on Jesse real fast. He did come down pit road as well. I don't think he had to use his fast repair. He did not. So his car looks good in that Living Aquarium Ford. He'll be okay. Jesse one of the fastest in here in practice, so I expect him to get up there and possibly contend for a win as well. See that 6 cleaning tires? That is something that could kill a lot of these drivers. How about this? 3 championship drivers in the top 4 with Tyler Cox, Joe Burchett, and Kyle Charpentier as the pace car drops in. We're green flag back here at Homestead. Joe Burchett pushing the 06 right now. Really has nowhere to go. Just going to have to ride there in 4th place for now. That's Kyle Charpentier really had nowhere to go. He's going to be stuck on the high side. Joe Burchett's going to squeeze by him, allowing Kyle to fall back there, back again into 4th. We'll squeeze in. Mike Bruno definitely off the pace right now, so he's going to have a caution come back out before he goes a lap down because he's really off the pace. To the outside, Joe Burchett up into the wall. He barely avoided the wall there. Going to have to back it off a little bit. As now Kyle Charpentier looks to the inside of that number 97 car. A little bump there from Joe Burchett, showing some aggressive here early. Here comes Michael Trevarthian now looking to the inside of that 97. You know, honestly, with this little tight of a setup, I think it may be best just to save tires as early as you can and see if Tyler can run his out, and then you run him out. Here comes Joshua Banks, 3 wide through turn number 4. With Jesse Gavey as Jesse sweeps through on the inside of Joe, and Jesse now on the move already up to 5th, looking to take more as he works on 4th place Joe Burchett. Also Joshua Banks underneath Michael Trevarthian for 6th. Jesse not going to be able to pass Joe just yet with that high run. Joe was able to get back out in front of him, but right now the biggest mover is at 36 and the 78. Trevarthian slides up a little bit too much. Meanwhile, Mike Bruno just riding around right now, waiting to see if a caution happens. And that was a close one because Curtis Martin and Joshua Banks almost make contact. Side by side down this long back stretch. Trevarthian underneath Curtis Martin right now, as you see some sparks flying. As that was Joshua Banks just barely clipped the wall, not going to hurt him any. Back up front, Joe Burchett, Kyle Charpentier battling for 3rd. Kyle really holding on to that bottom line, but it may open the door here for Joe down the back stretch. No, not just yet. And looking right now, you can see a little bit further back, Curtis Martin almost gets into the back of Jesse Gavey, who's fell back to 7th. Jesse was up to 5th a second ago, but got too wide. So he's going to have to try to work on Michael Trevarthian here. A lot of passing going on right now. This will happen for a while until these tires start really fading, and we'll see if the car loosens up or tightens up. What people are saying, some people are thinking it may loosen up, and I've heard people in practice say it's going to tighten up even more, so we'll find out. As right now, this is the biggest battle on track. Remember, these two are fighting for a championship. Joe Burchett for Wolfpack, Kyle Charpentier for AC Motorsports. To the inside, looks like Joe Burchett's going to have that position preferred. If he can keep it to the bottom, he's going to come up a little bit, maybe make contact here. No, backs off. Actually does get a little bit of damage there. Not much, but it was just a little bit. I don't see a ton. You can see it right down that right front, just slightly there. That may have just been a little bit of net code damage. I don't think there's actually damage there. Not going to hurt his speed from that. Mike Bruno actually did come back down pit road and did use his fast repair, it looks like. Wow. Maybe realized that he was just way too slow. So he came back down, went ahead and took that fast repair. Did not take anything else but his fast repair. And I will let you know how his times look. So he's going to need a caution to get the lucky dog. We'll find out. Pit strategy may be a big issue here as well, guys. We did a test in here the other day. I believe it was 35 laps. So if that's the case, we'll see. Everybody pretty much single file as we take our break here in the middle of the race. We'll be right back. As we continue to stay green, if a caution was to break out, we'll come straight back. Back here at Homestead, Miami for the final race, CFR Championship season finale. Watching the last few laps, Tyler Cox is fast, but he is not the fastest. Every so often, Kyle Charpentier really peaks out, same as Elliott Butler. And Joshua Banks also in that mix as well. Last time by, Mike Bruno was the fastest on the track. However, like I said, he is one lap down, but he did not take tires, so there is that thing to think about. So we crossed the start-finish line this time. Tyler Cox still in the lead, but still, once again, not the fastest. Actually, a little bit slower. Elliott Butler last time was your fastest, and I take that. Yeah, Elliott Butler last time by was your fastest. Slowly starting to reel in Tyler, as he is now 1.183 seconds behind him. Looking a little bit further back, Kyle Charpentier trying to hold off Joe Burchett right now for third place. That would be a big finish for Joe. But Joe wants more. Like I said, running for a championship, trying to get that win. Have to wait and see. Last time by, Tyler Cox actually was faster, but Michael Trevarthian faster than everybody out on the track right now. So we're slowly seeing it. The tires are starting to take shape. We're starting to see as some of these guys have 22 laps. Most of our leaders have 22 laps on that set of tires. From them all the way back to 6th place. From there back, everybody pitted earlier, but only like 3 laps, so there wasn't much difference in the tires when they pitted. Looks like that time by, Tyler was pretty fast. Did have the fastest lap, not by much, but he was able to pull out just a little bit there. Now a gap of 1.2 seconds. I think if anybody's going to beat Tyler tonight, I think it's really going to have to be pit strategy or a mistake on his part. Or you may run him down on the long run. But, like that time right there, Tyler's known to make a little bit of mistakes later in the run. He was slower that time by a lot of drivers. Not too much, but he was slower. And right here you see Joe Burchett starting to work on the back end. But while this is happening, Joshua Banks and Michael Javartian both is starting to catch these two. That time by, Tyler Cox, not the fastest. Definitely not very far off of it. But Elliott Butler was the fastest previous time by. And here we go. Here comes a pass to the inside, possibly. Remember, we seen the 97 last time. Contact made a little bit, and that was actually the 003 who came down a little bit on Joe. It looked like. We'll get a replay of that. See what happened here going into turn 3. Yeah, it looks like a mix of both. Kyle came down a little bit and actually gave both of them a little bit of damage there. As Kyle able to squeeze by it, actually bottled up Michael Javartian right there in 6th place as he started looking to the high side of the 36, but really had nowhere to go. Look for pit stops to take place here soon. As I said, it could be big, and there they come now. Some guys already coming down pit road for them fresh tires to try to run down Tyler Cox. Joshua Banks, Michael Travartian both coming down. Got to be careful not to speed, as that could end your race as well. Because I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to have many cautions in this race with the lack of amount of drivers. That's something to be thinking about as this race goes on. We're not going to have a ton of cautions, I don't think. But you never know. We could have a few. Tyler Cox led that lap by a lot. Nobody really within a ballpark of that lap. It was a great lap by him on this long run. He said that he put a total in of over an hour practice today alone. That was by himself with nobody else in. That time, though, Elliott Butler fastest. Looks like Kyle Charpentier coming on pit road. Joshua Banks, Michael Travartian both off of pit road. Travartian had a faster pit stop. And here comes your leader, Tyler Cox, coming to pit road. Don't like to call Joe Burchett. He's staying out, but it could help him if he's able to use this for field strategy. So we'll find out. Jesse Gaby also staying out on the track. Moves him up to second. Curtis Martin staying out. If a caution was to come out, though, changes a lot of things. There could be a little issue here. Remember, pit road can be used. You can gain a ton of time on an access road if you're brave enough to try it. Here comes the 97 on pit road now. So if he's able to pick up some speed here and not spin out, he can gain a ton of time on Tyler. And I know he needs it, so you got to be careful because you can spin. So here he comes. He's going to be locking up the brakes here. Should have made it down. It looks like he's going to be clean. Jesse Gaby staying out. Remember, Jesse can use this as he puts Tyler a lap down. Jesse can use this to his advantage if he's able to catch a caution and field strategy-wise. That was a 27-lap run so far. That is the most we've seen anybody go. So expect that to be 30-lap stops intervals between each driver. John Kelly on pit road. Joe still on pit road. Just now in his box. Looks like he's not going to take his fast repair, I don't see. He'll be down and away. Good stop. That was kind of a slow stop there by Joe. Don't know if something may have happened, but it looks like he actually lost a little bit of time there on pit road. Curtis Martin coming to pit road. Did he actually lead that lap? He did, so good for him. Looks like Derek Pemberton going to stay out and lead a lap here. Remember, Derek almost made the final 4, but came up 1 spot short, 1 point short over Joe Burchett. Mike Bruno also on pit road as well. Curtis Martin's on pit road. Derek's been out there for 29 laps. So you can see Derek passing Jesse now. All this is going to cycle back through, or should cycle back through to Tyler, and there comes Derek. Curtis is on pit road as well. Tyler Cox not there yet. Looks like he is down and away now, as well as the 99 Mike Bruno, who decided to go ahead and pit early. So the race right now for the Lucky Dog is going to be between Mike Bruno and John Kelly, as John Kelly went a lap down there. Mike's going to have a little bit of work to do to catch him. We'll see. Should be able to catch him, I would expect, being the lap times. Derek Pemberton's still your leader now. Tyler Cox just takes it away. And we'll find out what the lap is. Wow, Kyle Charpentier actually did pick up a lot of spots. Joe Burchett's not going to be happy with his pit stop. He will lose a lot of spots. He's going to fall back to 5th place, 6th place, I believe. Wow. He was running 4th at the time when he came in, battling for 3rd. Kyle Charpentier picks up a spot. And who was 2nd at the time? Because they lost a ton. Was it Joshua? No, Elliott Butler fell back to 5th. Wow. Kind of surprising there. And the gap has really grown out now, over 3 seconds between 1st and 2nd place. Kyle Charpentier, 3.8 to be exact. That's what Tyler needs. He needs that. But as I said, anything can change because of pit strategy and stuff like that. This will be a field mileage race. Somebody's going to try to stretch it, and I would not be surprised to see it. Tyler right there with a really great lap. The cars, they got an idea how the car is going to handle now, so we're kind of seeing who the fastest is. Something's going to have to happen to Tyler in order for anybody to really have a chance that I'm seeing. And I don't want to jinx it, but that's honestly what I'm seeing. Elliott Butler with a good lap last time by. Hop on board here with Tyler. Tyler coming in with 8 wins on the season. Could be looking at 9 and that championship. From Homestead, Miami. Really smooth right now. I mean, it's incredible how smooth he is as a driver. You know, honestly, from my standpoint as an owner, from Center Force Racing, and Tyler's in Center Force Racing, I don't think we really give Tyler enough credit on what he can actually do in a race car. He is a great driver. And I don't tell him that because it makes his head too big, but he is a great driver, and we're very happy to have him a part of our team. He is honestly one of the best drivers in Center Force. Him and Joe Burchett both. So, you know, kudos to them. Joe, unfortunately, after that stop, falls all the way back to 6th. And I was sitting here looking. He actually had a second longer pit stop than everybody. And he spent a little bit longer time on pit road. 42.8 seconds spent on pit road total. The only other person that had that long of a pit stop was Derek Pemberton at 52. Nobody else really that close to it. The next highest for Joe, under Joe, would be a 41.5 at John Kelly. Wow. So, yeah, really pit stops are huge. Michael Trevarthian actually had the fastest pit stop out of everybody. A 36.9 pit road and out, plus a 13.7 second stop. Jesse Gavey may have took 2 tires. I'm showing. I don't know if that's quite true or not, but that's what I'm seeing right now. I was on board with Joe Burchett, by the way, not Tyler. Tyler, if he really wants to, he's not the fastest, by the way. Joshua Banks is the fastest out on the track, and then it's Michael Trevarthian. Both of them guys are the fastest. Right now, though, wow, last time by, Derek Pemberton was the fastest by a lot. Holy cow. And I thought Derek just dropped connection. He did not. Derek is 1 lap down, so now Mike Bruno's going to have to work to catch him to get that lucky dog. I'm a big fan of Mike Bruno. I really hope he has a good run and has a chance to fight for this championship at the end. I mean, he was in a situation last year, and he managed to get the championship somehow, so would not be nothing new. Do got a battle starting to heat up here. As Derek Pemberton blinks, he may have just disconnected. I do not see him. And it looks like Derek Pemberton dropped connection, so that's going to allow Mike Bruno to jump in front of him. No drivers have been signed to any team for next year, where we will be releasing this actual date of Season 4 within the next week and a half. I know we pushed it back a little bit because I want to work a lot of stuff out and take a break a little bit, to be honest. A lot of these guys have been doing this since December, so not missing 1 week. So I know a lot of guys want to take a little bit longer break, me included. We're still going to be broadcasting, so that ain't no issue there. Like I said, got 4 broadcasts this coming up week. So yeah, should be fun stuff. Not counting when we just broadcast on our free time of in-car stuff and stuff like that. Battle starting to heat up right here. Michael Trevartian has ran down Elliott Butler. I'm also seeing Joe Burchett. He may be actually saving some stuff here. I think he may be saving some tires, if I'm not mistaken. Last time by, it was Mike Bruno, the fastest out on track, and then Elliott Butler. Tyler's times have really fallen off. He may be saving just a little bit, but for the last 4 laps, he's been one of the slowest on the track. Actually, last time by, he was 8th slowest on the track, which is hard to believe, but that is what I'm seeing. Like I said, that's probably just, him making a small mistake a few times ago. That time, he actually pushed down a great lap and jumped up to the top of the board again. Actually, I take that back. Joe Burchett jumps up. Fastest last time by was Joe in the 97 car, so I thought Joe may be saving something, but not just yet. Michael Trevartian with a 2,200 I rating, working on the Elliott Butler of a 3,395 I rating. Every driver in here, besides John Kelly and Derek Pemberton, is an A-class driver, so that's pretty cool. That's really awesome. So these guys know how to drive. I mean, they didn't get that safety rating and stuff like that all by accident. Like I said, we may have had some caution races where there's been absolute chaos. But like I said, for the last 6 races, these guys have been put on some of the best caution races we've seen. Right up there with our other league, Go Fast, that we broadcast. These guys have been doing a great job on doing that. So, good for them. I do know for next season, a couple guys that wanted to run this season's coming back, where it's hard to hear the cars. I can turn that up. I didn't actually realize it was that low. There you go, sir. Looks like Michael Trevartian takes away 4th spot over Elliott Butler. Now working on the back end of the 36. So Michael Trevartian may have something here for this longer part of the race, as we are just about halfway. Derek Pemberton did reconnect, however, going to be 7 laps down. Wow. Joe right now not the top of the board. Back at 6th place. Mike Bruno would be 4th in championship if the race was to end now. Here we go. Battle for 3rd. Michael Trevartian underneath Joshua Banks. Bringing along that 6. The 2 slides up in front of the 36. Slide job engaged there. And it looks like the battle now will be for the 4th spot. Joshua Banks, Elliott Butler. Michael Trevarthian really picking up a lot of time here over Tyler Cox and Kyle Charpentier. Maybe a driver to watch for to pick up that win, as he has really figured out this long run. He's been faster than everybody the last 10 or so laps. We are just about within that fuel range limit again. Here in about 8 laps, everybody should be on pit road, possibly before. We'll see some drivers possibly pitting earlier and getting some tires to try to shave off some seconds from Tyler. If anybody does it, I think you'll see like Joe Burchett may try that and see. He's going to need a fast pit stop as he struggled last time on pit road. How about this? Trevarthian has tracked down Kyle Charpentier. Last time by 3/10 faster and a half a tenth faster than Tyler Cox, who's running back in first right now. At the line, once again, Trevarthian faster. Kyle Charpentier faster than Tyler Cox. That time by, fastest was Joshua Banks, who actually, I take that back, he comes to pit road. That is a smart move by that 36. Trying to get that extra advantage on tires over the leader. Meanwhile, all by himself out front, trying to focus on his race and his race alone, Tyler Cox has led every single lap so far. Actually, I take it back. There's been a couple guys. Every single actual time he's been out on track, he's led. We're about 1 till halfway, and we'll have our mid-race race report. Right, here's where things get really sketchy for someone like Mike Bruno. He needs a caution, and it could happen, but the thing with that is you really got to be a little bit careful, because if a caution was to come out and people are on pit road, there's a chance you may not get that lucky dog. Trevarthian on pit road. Tyler Cox staying out. Nobody else has been on pit road besides Trevarthian and Joshua Banks. So we are seeing some strategies between these guys. Remember, this is still a 2-stop race at least. We may see Tyler here push it as far as he can on fuel. Jesse Gavey on pit road as well now. No, actually, I take that back. He is not on pit road. Joe Burchett moves into 4th because Trevarthian did pit, and Joshua Banks as well. Jesse now on pit road. He's going to fall at least 1 lap down to the race leader, Tyler Cox, who's going to stay out and keep pushing this run. Anybody else coming down pit road? Kyle Charpentier coming down pit road. Oh, got to be careful not to speed. These guys have to take the access road. If you do not, you get a black flag, and your black flag will not be cleared. Tyler Cox on pit road. That was close. Should be okay. Wow, look at how hard he's pushing that car on the access road. 50 miles an hour. Looks like he's going to be okay there and making it. Joe Burchett staying out. And we'll take the lead. So if a caution was to fly, Joe Burchett would be your leader. Elliott Butler also on pit road. Tyler Cox is in his box, taking right side tires now. Left's about to go up. Down and away. 14.45 second stop for Tyler, as he spent a total of 36 seconds on pit road, not counting the pit stop. Joe Burchett spins it. That is not good. That may end his championship. Coming to pit road, we spoke about it. He goes around. I don't know if he's going to have a black flag or not, but it could be a black flag for unsafe pit entrance. Wow. Curtis Martin takes the lead. Look for him to come to pit road here soon as well. You want some drama? Joe Burchett's going to have to face a lot of it because he is having all kinds. This is the first time I've ever seen Joe have this much trouble on pit road. He is down and away, but will give up a ton of time. He actually had a very fast pit stop. The question is going to be if he has to come back in or not. Curtis Martin coming down pit road, so Joe Burchett going to take his lap back. That's sad to see. You know, honestly, out of all these guys, I feel bad for whoever loses the championship. It's awesome to see the winner, but I feel really bad for the losers that do not win the championship. I mean, that's heartbreaking. So, we're going to have our mid-race race report a few laps later. One caution so far for 4 laps. Tyler Cox now your leader after just taking it back. 59 laps completed. 51 remain. 6 lead changes between them. We are, and that's actually wrong, by the way, Landon Lacey. Sir, you should know that by now. Website is wrong. Our website is this. Close enough, though. We'll give it to you anyway. Anyway, looking right now, Tyler Cox out to a really good, even more bigger lead. 7 seconds the gap between him and Joshua Banks. Joshua actually does jump up to 3rd. There is some difference there in, lap times. I'm trying to see if Joe has come back down pit road. It don't look like he's actually got to come back down pit road. So, but he is going to be back in 7th place now, not very far in front of our race leader Tyler Cox. Be right back.
When I sat in the car, you always wonder, what's it going to feel like? It was my first time driving a mid-engine GT car. My thoughts were, wow, this is really good for our first time in a car. I was really surprised by it. You're sitting low, you got the A-pillars at steep angles, the windshield's at steep angles, you can see the fender flares. I think we have a chance to win. Everything's got to go right, but I think we have a car that can win the race or be on the podium. But can you imagine how cool that would be to go back 50 years later to the year and do it?
Back here at Homestead Motor Speedway, as Tyler Cox continues to lead, being the Tyler Cox Show. He has led just about every lap. It's going to be almost unpredictable of seeing what happens, to be honest. Right now, it is just him and him alone. I want to bring in Derek Pemberton, who is going to finish off the broadcast with me as well. Derek, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Watching right now, nobody's really touching Tyler. First off, I just want to say that I've had people come to me and say that I play favorites in my league. For people that don't know, Center Force Championship is ran by me and Joe Burchett. And we have teams within Center Force Racing, and Tyler Cox is on my team. I just want to say, if Tyler goes on to win, there's no favoritism whatsoever. I didn't make the setup, had nothing to do with it, so nobody can say that about me whatsoever. All I did was put it in and let these drivers test it, and people approved. So.
And I mean, if people really want to pull that you play favorites, let's go back to Sonoma.
Yeah.
He got parked.
Yeah.
He got penalized
for a whole race.
And then I even got
you got penalized.
I got penalized. Yeah.
If anything, AC Motorsports they don't get special.
Held to a higher standard.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm not going to put anybody on my team. When I first built my team, I knew Tyler Cox was a good race car driver. I knew it. I had to put it together because there were some people I couldn't get. Joe Burchett, for example, I could not get. He signed with Wolfpack. Tyler Cox, he was there, and he was like, hey, I want to race for you. Okay. Jesse Gavey, a good driver, very aggressive. But I was like, you know what? Okay. Kyle Charpentier, another aggressive driver. We've seen it with him with Mike Bruno. Okay. Derek Pemberton, he's there. So Derek's something aggressive as well. I put our team together to be aggressive. I knew what it would take to win a championship. Honestly, I did. And I'm not saying Tyler's going to win it, because he may not. But when I put the team together, I wanted an aggressive team because I feel like that's what wins. So, like I said, if people honestly believe that I play favorites with my team, then you're absolutely crazy. Just want to point that out. You can look at a lot of factors from this season. So, it is what it is, and I don't care what people think. But, still, Tyler's still got a lot of work to do, though.
Tyler just put Joe Burchett now a lap down, so that only leaves now 2 chasers with a chance to win this championship, Tyler and Kyle.
Joe got hurt twice on pit road. He missed his pit box once, and he spun coming on the pit road. It killed him.
Oh, did I just... Should these guys already be saving fuel?
Yeah, they should be. Honestly, they should be, because right now I'm not playing. Like I said, I don't know if Tyler's going to win. It's going to be a field strategy race. Tyler has 15 laps right now on his set of tires.
Okay.
He could go till 28, I think is the most I've seen. So that's, 13 more laps. If that's the case, I don't think he can. It's definitely one more stop, but I still don't know if he can make it to the end.
Because, right now, I'm hearing this out from like a TV2 camera. You can hear him. He's completely shutting that engine off.
I think he's trying to run it as far as he can.
And, surprisingly, letting off the gas pedal, entering the corners, really also saves you a lot of fuel, too. That's how I was able to get out front and lead those that 1 lap or so during those green flag stops.
He is shutting it away. He's shutting it all the way off. He's clutching it.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's what it's going to have to take. You already save a little bit when you're letting off. I think doing that, you just save that much more. That might be able to give him enough just to maybe try to make it to the end.
Well, what helps him, if he could run this, now, he's going to have to make it to lap 85 to make it the rest of the way. And that's still stretching, honestly. But I think 83 to 85 is where he's got to be. It's still a lot of race. That's still 10 laps from now. So he's right on the edge, and I'm going to be honest. If he goes on to lose this race because of fuel mileage, I'm going to feel very bad for him.
Yeah, and but you got to think. We've had several other fuel strategy races this year, right?
Yeah. The person that I know that can make it on one more stop, guaranteed, Jesse Gavey and Mike Bruno. I'm sorry, Joe Burchett and Mike Bruno, I know can make it on one more stop. Curtis Martin also can make it on one more stop. Guaranteed they can make it on one more stop. No buts, no questions. Tyler is up in the air.
How about Kyle?
No, Kyle actually has one more lap on his set of tires and stuff as well.
Well, we've known Kyle. Kyle can really save some fuel. He did it last week at Bristol. He's done it at Dover.
He's done it plenty of times.
That's how we went to Dover. So we know he can save some fuel. Tyler, I don't know about his fuel saving. So
well, he's doing the right thing. He's shutting the car off. He's doing the right thing. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. The question is going to be, will he save enough before he pits? If he pits before lap 85, there's no way he's making it. I just want to point that out. There's no way. 85,
But
95.
it's now another
95.
car lap down here.
Okay, if he pits on 85, he'll make it. But if he pits before, there's no way. And I think it's really close if he's going to make it to 85, though. If he makes 85, that's a 28 lap run. Nobody's been that long. You went 27. You did.
That's what I thought. Have I had the longest still?
I think so. You and Curtis is really close, but I think you did it the first section, I believe.
Yeah.
Do got a battle back here though for 5th place. Jesse Davey, Elliott Butler now working on each other. Jesse trying to get into the top 5. Jesse won't have. I don't think he'll have enough.
Get in the wall there?
No. It's been close a couple times. Every time they get close to us, he sparks fall off. He did this time. No, he about did.
He did lose a lot of time right there.
No, he didn't. Or yeah, he did. I mean, sorry.
I was like, okay, I guess I'm not seeing it right.
I was like, no, he didn't. Let's see. You know, honestly, for a better example, if people, we're going back to me playing favorites with my team. If I was playing favorites, I think you would have gotten to the chase.
No doubt.
You know,
you would have found
honestly.
a way. I mean, a lot of things got thrown up after
Yeah.
that Bristol
All
race.
I had to do was move you up one spot and say somebody did something. If I was playing favorites, trust me. I don't do that because I'm not that kind of sportsman person. I refuse to do that to somebody.
I wish you would have found a way to.
I refuse to do that.
chance
As
here,
bad
but,
as that is. But, you know, I
Yeah.
do refuse to do it. And you know how I am about stuff like that
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay, never mind. I thought. Dude, we got the 2 and the 36.
Landon, you are completely fine, man. Just in case you don't know, by the way, if you haven't noticed, Landon, we actually changed the CFR championship or CFR page, the Center Force Racing page, to actually truck that you painted. Since everybody was kind of bummed out last night after that race when I got back in TeamSpeak. Even Joe was. So
That's not something you would normally.
it sucks, but it's true. Pit stops happening. They will not make it. Michael Travarthy and Joshua Banks will not make it. They will have to stop one more time.
Unless they start saving now, do you think they could try to make it? But that's still.
Kyle's cutting his car off.
Got to.
Yeah, he's cutting his car off already.
But right now, though, Tyler's in a little bit of a.
He's about to lap Joe.
Position. Well, Joe just got his lap back.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, because yeah, that's right. Because Tyler's saving. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to go past Curtis, and it took a little bit longer than expected, so that let Joe really run him up. And I don't think Curtis did it on purpose to
No, he
hold
didn't.
up Tyler
No, he
like
didn't.
that.
I think they're in the
'Cause,
same
first
team
off, they're in the
speak
same- Yeah, but I say we were all in the same
Yeah.
team speak. Trust me, Curtis is going to do anything he can here.
Yeah, he wants to win.
I mean,
you know, he's not doing anything wrong. I mean, yeah, of course, if he's holding the leader, that's completely different. But
yeah. Let's see here.
Tyler,
Tyler looks like he's coming
if
down.
he pits,
No, I think he might. Okay, good.
I think
Let's
if
say,
he
it looks like
pits
was
now, if he can pit now and save the rest of the race, he'll have enough. If he pits next time by.
But the question is though, because Joe? You said he's only got to pit one more time.
Joe's only got to pit one more time, yeah.
And I'm just saying, if that does happen, if Tyler does pit early and have to save, I think Joe will make up too much time for.
Tyler Sharptier on pit road. That's pushing it. We'll see if he's making it or not. That's going to be very close if he can make it.
Nice save. Tyler about lost it coming into pit road there, so that's going to be some valuable seconds there that he lost. Oh, it's completely sideways. Good job, bud. Good job there, really, with that brake control. That's actually been a hard part getting on a pit road, is that, you know, you're trying to maintain so much speed coming out on that access road, that way you don't lose too much time, and then you just try to get on the brakes real quick, and it just slides you around.
If Tyler pits now, he will have enough to make it, no matter when he pits. Yeah, he's on 27 laps right now, so he's actually going to go another lap. There's only 26 laps to go once he hits the line. So definitely enough to make it. If I'm Joe, I'm pitting.
Yeah, if I was with Joe, I would do the exact same thing that the 18's doing.
The only person that's going to be really close right now is Kyle, honestly. If a caution was to come out, though, it changes everything.
Yeah, but like I've said, though, Kyle, we've known him to be a very aggressive fuel saver.
Yeah.
He's been known to make some great things on fuel runs here.
He did only take 2 tires.
That's an interesting cause. Tyler Cox now pulls it down.
That goes to show you how much the championship means. They could care less about everything else. They want the championship. Tyler about spun it. That was close.
Yeah. Getting it nice and slowed up there.
He did a good job.
Yep.
Looks like Joe Burchett staying out on track. Gonna need a caution.
And I think right now, if a caution came out right now, Tyler still technically have the lead at that point?
No. Well, yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, he is.
So right now, Joe needs to wait, but I think
Tyler was a little bit patient on getting to his box right there. He didn't push it hard. I think that's a good thing. Now Joe's the leader.
Yeah, well, because he's probably thinking, Joe's still got to pit one more time. You're going to gain a lot of time back on him because, it's clear you've ran him down.
Yeah. And with that, by the way, I just want to mention, Tyler had a little bit longer pit stop than most people. I think that was more strategy than anything. I think he was just being really cautious on pitting. Joe Burchett on pit road. We got to watch so he's yet to have one clean pit stop.
And this is huge right here.
Yeah, if he makes a mistake, he looks like he got to get an entrance that time. If a caution comes out, anything's going to happen. And
by the way, just so you know, Kyle is actually right behind Tyler.
You're right. Oh.
Kyle gained a lot of time right there, but like you said, though, as Joe Burchett is going to do his pit box pretty good there.
Yeah,
so that was a good little stop there. Curtis now comes down.
Don't be surprised if Joe only takes 2. Nope, he's going to take 4.
I think you got to at this
I like
point.
to call him taking 4. Remember, Kyle's only on 2. Curtis on pit road? Yep. That's where it's going to hurt Kyle, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really does hurt him.
We're getting to the point in the race where, first off, these tires are probably disastrous anyway. He's probably banking on a yellow.
Yeah, I agree. And with, CFR, the trend shows that we do have a yellow towards the end of these races.
Yeah. Which I know I'm about to jinx us, but surprisingly only had 1 today.
I know, right? But really, like I said earlier in the broadcast, the last 6 races have been very clean. Now we got a pass here possibly for 3rd. Elliott Butler, Michael Trevarthian.
Boy, look at that. He's all over the back of him. He gets down to the inside. I don't know if it looks like the 2 let him go.
Let him go, yeah. Smart move there.
It looks like Tyler's caught John Kelly. And John Kelly's up in the wall right around the leaders.
You got to be careful with that. He's slow. He's coming to pit road. By the way, John Kelly actually has not made his pit stop. He's just now making his stop.
Yeah, and he just Kyle just watched his championship flash before his eyes just a little bit there. John came straight off the wall right in front of Kyle.
As weird as this may seem, Kyle is slowly starting to reel back in Tyler. Last time by, Tyler with 32.398, Kyle with a 32.278. Fastest out on track, though, Elliott Butler with a 32.041. No, I take that back. Joshua Banks with a 31. How about Joe's lap? A 31.794.
But looking at it, though, look who's right behind Joe on the track.
Yeah.
So Joe's praying for a yellow.
I don't think Tyler's going to. He may catch him, but I don't know if he'll get around him. Because Joe is a little bit.
Just shut the car off again.
Yeah, I think he's still saving.
Which I think is a smart thing.
Well, he's still very close. Maybe he didn't put full fuel in. You're right. He's let's hop on board.
He shut it off again, yeah.
I'm watching the RPMs now. I'm hopping on board and see if I can hear him clutching it. Honestly, he may just be clutching it just so he can slow down. Yeah, you're right. He just shut it off.
And the thing is, I just tried it, to see how bad it was, and the car pushed so hard. Actually, really, the only way to keep it from going straight up in the wall was to gas. You can say what you want about him clutching out. His lap times are still very fast. He ran a 31.907 last time by. So the dude knows how to drive.
Like, you can say what you want about Tyler. He's won 8 races for a reason, and on his way to 9. Once again, a little bit slower that time, 32.4. But to be completely honest, man, unless there's a caution, I just don't see anybody beating him.
The race is to 110, right?
Do what?
The race is to 110,
yeah,
correct?
110.
Wow.
Yeah. Got 17 to go. I'm sorry, yeah, 17 to go.
Isn't there always usually a late race yellow?
Always. That's what the trend
Homestead?
shows. The trend does show that.
Well, I'm not talking about CFR. I'm just talking about Homestead
Always.
Championship anyway.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, so. And I don't know how that would. I think that could really change some things up. Because honestly, I think some people will try to stay out.
Joshua Banks, Joe Burchett, side by side. Joe trying to take fifth away. And looks like Joshua's going to give it to him. Now I think Joshua knows how bad Joe wants it. Joe has been second in so many championships. Finished second last year. John Kelly in the wall.
Again. And actually, hold up, our leaders are coming up right behind him
Yeah,
here.
this could be a big issue here.
Oh, he's right in the racing line there. Right in front of Tyler. He goes up to the wall.
Oh, he's getting loose. Oh, nope.
Tyler. Tyler down on the apron. He's like, I don't want none of it.
He does pass him. John Kelly did a good job there holding it up there.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, it definitely slowed Tyler's momentum and it gave up a little bit of time. But good for John Kelly.
And Kyle now just got around him.
Yeah.
Actually, hold up.
To be honest, if Tyler cannot make it on fuel, Kyle can't make it on fuel. The lead is close to a second, though.
Yeah, Kyle's actually been running him back down
Yeah.
here just a little bit. I think that's just because
Tyler's
Tyler's
shutting it
saving
off.
and Kyle's not. Unless Kyle's also saving. But I don't know if he is or not. I'm going to go listen in. I'll listen in here. Yeah, Kyle's also shutting it off.
Really?
Now, it just sounded like he just did it that lap. But still.
Landon said, no, he didn't. Shut up, Derek. I'm Adam's favorite.
You know what? I'm just supposed to take away your phone at basic.
He's at the motel room right now. Take his phone away, Sergeant. See, Tyler's still got a little bit of trouble here. He's still got some lap cars in front of him that could play a factor. I mean, he stretched the lead back out by a lot over Kyle. But, you know, you just never know what could happen in front of you. Everything has to work for you to make it work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler should be good on gas. Unless he took less gas than what we're seeing, he should have enough to make it.
Did he have a normal stop?
Yeah, 14-second stop. Mike Bruno did not take tires, by the way, last time. You can't blame the guy. I mean, he's trying to go back-to-back. He's not going to be able to do it. He's about to go a lap down here. Well, no, actually, that's Joshua Banks. About to go a lap down.
Mike just got into a difficult situation early, and that's actually what happened to Mike, Jesse, and me.
Yeah.
We all just got put into a difficult situation early on in the race. I was actually doing fine.
Yeah, you know,
on.
Mike didn't mean to come up on Jesse.
No.
By any means. So we know that.
Yeah.
So, and sad because that was a championship contender at the same time. You feel bad for Mike. But by any means, he did not mean to drive it that hard.
No. And I think it was just early on in the race, everyone was trying to feel out.
Yeah.
And Mike was actually making a lot of good moves on those first couple of laps. Just,
You know, though, but in all seriousness, if Tyler does go on to win this race, the best driver in the league won the race this season. If he wins the championship, you know what I mean? The guy's won 8 freaking races.
8 championships.
Yeah. Not quite 8 championships, but getting there.
Might as well be. Yeah, I think that's a valid point. I do believe the best car, or the best driver, I guess you could say.
Oh,
is
Dylan,
on
that's
track
why
right
I
now.
know that name. Okay.
Let me off again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. I was reading the Facebook. Now, I'm actually, you know what I'm surprised by though, Derek? Honestly, I'm surprised that we did not have more drivers show up for this race.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, how many we had close to 20 last year.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just didn't want to, you know,
Be in the way.
be in the way, yeah. So if Tyler goes on to win this race, though, he wins he's won 5 out of the last 6 races, including 4 back-to-back.
Doesn't surprise me.
So, you know, if he wins it. You know, like I said, I don't want to jinx it because anything can happen. And I'm going to be honest with you, Kyle Charpentier's going to be short. There's no way he's making it. He's on 20 laps on this run. We still got 8 to go. I don't think he's making it. It's
And the thing is, he just started saving, I think, like 5 or 6 laps ago.
somebody else, Michael Trevarthian, not going to make it. Elliott Butler might not make it.
And here's the deal. Because how many laps earlier did Kyle pit before Tyler?
He pitted 3 laps. Tyler's still shutting his car off.
I'm just trying to think here because Joe's still in the lead lap. Yes, he's 27 seconds.
But if Tyler somehow did not fill up enough gas and he's got a pit, Joe will take the lead. Well, Kyle will take the lead, but Joe should get it because Joe has enough to make it.
Yeah.
But
just see what
Tyler's saving a lot of gas right now, though.
He's been saving it
since he's pulled out. Yeah,
10,
at least,
10.
yeah.
Yeah, so everything just needs to stay calm for him. That's one thing I could tell in the car, he was just very calm about everything.
He said earlier he has put in over 100 laps of practice in here this week, not counting he practiced for an hour earlier today.
Oh yeah,
so,
I'm hoping he was joking about this, but like he said, he was gonna run like a 600 lap practice. Yeah. I'm like,
and honestly, it kind of hurts Joe because Joe didn't get back from vacation until Friday. Mm-hmm. Tyler's had all week to practice. Not making excuses, but it does hurt when you don't practice a lot, and especially for a championship race, and we can kind of see that. Mike's practiced some. But the only thing that hurt Mike was just the beginning of the race. He would be up there.
Yeah, and he was fast.
He's not a fan of the setup.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I've noticed that a lot of people weren't a fan
of
it.
A lot of people weren't a fan.
It was real tight. It got better as the run went.
Yeah.
Just, you had to play with it. Trevarthian, I think, is coming in, or he's leaving. He's entering pit road.
Who is?
Michael Trevarthian.
Yep, he's definitely not going to have enough to make it if he's in our pit road then. So he's going to give up 4th. And honestly, for him, he had nothing to lose. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. That's just it. For the other, I'm trying to do quick math here. For the other 7 guys in here,
they got nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, that's the reason why I didn't pit. That's the reason why I was just going to run the fuel out.
Now, I just want to point this out. Nah, he'll have enough to make it. Yeah, he's got enough to make it. I think.
3 to go.
Yeah, 3 to go. It's going to be close, but I think he's got enough to make it. Honestly, if Kyle don't pit here within the next lap, or this lap, then I know Tyler's got enough to make it.
Yeah. I think that should also help. I think that would have helped Tyler, because if he sees that Kyle hasn't pitted, and especially knowing that, Tyler pitted several laps after him, not several, but a few, I think that should let him to open up the floodgates and go.
I agree.
I would have not shut it off that time.
Yeah, I think he realized he may have enough gas.
Now the question is, will Kyle try to stretch it if he doesn't have
So for people that don't know, a lot of people call Tyler Cox Season 1 championship a little tainted because the season was in early. They can't say that now.
No, the man won.
Fair and square,
the boy.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah, we're going to call him the boy at this point. No, I'm kidding. He came out and he showed that he was a force. Last season he showed it. He was kind of spotty in attendance, didn't really have a chance of the chase, but I think he won several races last year, had a chance at winning Homestead.
White flag this time for Tyler Cox. One more time around for the CFR Championship Season 3. Goes down into turn 1. Should be able to get it back to the start-finish line. Everybody else hoping he wrecks as he comes off turn 2. Tyler Cox looking to get a huge win here tonight.
Yeah.
Coming through turns 3 and 4, we cut the radio on just in case he decides to celebrate over the radio. He probably won't. He'll probably do it in TeamSpeak. But you know how he is.
Probably.
Through turns 4, Season 4 champion Tyler Cox wins here at Homestead.
Oh, Kyle just ran out. Kyle finished a second.
I ran out of gas crossing the line.
Kyle ran out of gas crossing the line.
Yeah.
How about that?
Man,
a few more laps.
He made it, surprisingly. I think he started saving at the right time to make it. How big do you think the celebration is going to be right here?
We're about to find out. Just to give everybody an update on the rest, Kyle Charpentier finishes second. Elliott Butler, Joe Burchett will finish in 4th. Michael Trevarthian 5th. Curtis Martin, Mike Bruno will finish 7th. Jesse Gavey 8th. Joshua Banks, John Kelly, Derek Pemberton, your top 11. Oh! I don't think you hit to hit him that hard. I think they both can. They're letting his car have it right now. Oh man, that's gonna be a fun one.
Jesse, don't.
Nope, he can't finish the race. He can't even finish the celebration. Joe Bachet goes by. He's just gonna disconnect. He's done. He knows, like, I don't care. Tyler Cox wins. Let's bring you in. Tyler, you there?
Yeah, I'm not very impressed right now.
Well,
I don't care.
Well, first off, you win the championship. 102 laps led. You just shut a lot of people's mouths, man. What was that like?
Pretty good. I finally got a real championship. People said that season 1 was a joke and that I shouldn't have got it. And, I finally proved him here. 9 wins on the season, took the final 4 races. And, it just proves that I can drive a race car. I'm not real impressed that people are smashing into me at the end because that's what the diecast is going to look like, but whatever.
Yeah, either way, great win for you tonight. 102 laps led. What was the setup like? We've seen you shutting it off, but you were still super fast while shutting it off. Was that just helping you slow down so you wouldn't have to brake as much, or what?
Yeah, where I was braking, I was clutching it a little bit before to save fuel and stuff, and I ended up having 2 gallons left, and I was gonna do a burnout, but that didn't pan out so well. I guess people don't know how to not hit their winner after the race, but that's fine. Just good race overall. It was fun. Only 1 caution, so it's good racing.
For sure, man. Like I said, season 3 champion Tyler Cox now. That's 2.
Can I say something else real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'd like to dedicate this though to Landon Lacey. I support a lot of veterans and stuff, and he's in the Navy and he's gone to basic training. So I just want to wish him well and dedicate this championship and this win to Landon, and hopefully he comes back safe.
Sure, that means a lot, man. I know it does, from especially to hear you say that, man. It's been a controversial season for you, but 9 wins shows why you're one of the best, and probably the best. You're the champion for a reason. So congratulations, man. I will talk to you here after the race, and good job. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you.
We'll move him up somewhere. Tyler Cox gets the win. Go ahead and bring in 3rd place Elliot Butler, who finishes 3rd. Hey, Elliot, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, finished 3rd here tonight. Not a bad run at all. Setup definitely top for you. Top for a lot of people, but you was up front all night, man. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was that'll be pretty much a fuel mileage run. I kind of screwed up coming into the pits twice. The first time I spun around and hit the inside wall. I had to use my fast repair. And then the second time I ran out of gas coming down to pit road. But able to recover and managed to make that gas last till I hit the line, and then I ran out. But it was a fun one.
You know, I was sitting here thinking earlier when I first came on the air about you and a couple other guys in here. I think a lot of guys should be very lucky that you wasn't in the championship because where you joined so late. But man, you've put on every race you've been in. You've been great in. So congratulations, 3rd place. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, with it being Father's Day, I'd like to give a shout out to my dad. Also like to give a shout out to my girlfriend, everybody watching, you guys for the broadcast. And just want to say congrats to Tyler Cox for the championship.
Great job, man. Seriously. Good job.
Thanks, man.
That was Elliot Butler, who finishes in 2nd place, or 3rd place, I'm sorry. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Going to go get some pictures and all that good stuff. Derek, anything you want to say before we get off the air, man, for the final time for season 3?
Just congrats on Tyler Cox. We did on the well-deserved championship, and great season 3. Can't wait to come back for season 4, and hopefully we'll see all you fans also out here for season 4. So see y'all then.
If anybody's interested in joining season 4, you can get in contact with me, Adam Chapman, or message me on CFR TV, facebook.com/CFR TV, or CFR Championship. Either one works fine. Once again, guys, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Drivers, start your engines!
There is a chasm between good and great. Good can be great once in a while. Great never takes a race off.
Ready, guys? We've got to work for this one for sure. We've never been afraid of a little bit of work.
Good dreams about drinking champagne. Great drinks it like it was coffee. Good holds great in high esteem.
Oh, Superman!
Great sees the competition as traffic.
Keep that heat on him. He can't handle it.
Good gives their best.
We fought all day. That's what counts, man. Just keep on fighting.
Great gives their all. Every race, every lap, every turn. Great lives in a world of iron-fisted belief.
We know what we gotta do. Dig deep.
Great's focus is narrow. All doubt, opinion, fear is baggage.